Alright, and we are off. As always, I'm sure they're both going to try go for the fast swap. Right off the gate. DNA gets it. Stu also gets it. Line up for the double extendo. DNA gets it. Stu also gets it. Good start for 1-1. You're not going to see much variance until 3-3, Forest Frenzy. Till then, they're pretty much going to be doing the same strats. And you might even see some stages in complete sync, which would be really cool to see. It's always fun to see that. DNA's stream, it seems to be ahead by about a second or so, which will be fixed momentarily. One, two, very straightforward. 1-3, the first stage you can lose a lot of time on where it comes to bonking or just missing creme or not getting enough snakes in your roll, etc. There's a lot of ways you can really lose time in this stage. It can really eat your time up. Nice crawl pace zip from both players. And nice extendo as well. Looks like they're having a good 1-3 off the bat. It's always nice when you have a good start of a run. Right now they are very close to each other right now. I believe they are almost perfectly in sync still. Oh, see, now the streams are nice. Awesome. Oh yeah, see, they're in sync right now. That's what you like to see. Alright, both getting the fast ascend of the fish. Going right side, not bonking, and clipping right through the croctopus. Good stuff. Both hit the halfway barrel. Both skipping the shark. Cleanly going up the corridor. Getting the small little ledge boost. Ooh, Stu losing the fish, though. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. That's going to give DNA a little bit more of a head start. All right, off to 1-5, taking the ceiling barrels. Alright, good extendo from DNA. Gets in. And good extendo coming from Stu. He gets in as well. Nice hits from DNA. Nice hits from Stu as well. That's a 342 from DNA. Very, very good World 1. And a 347 from Stu. Only 5 seconds in difference right now. Or else he would be just on par right now with DNA. So beautiful, beautiful World 1 from both players. Nice extendo coming from DNA. Also hits that bird. Stu following suit. Onto the first stage, where if you blink, you'll miss it. Nice roll through the barrel, and does not hit that corner, so it gets that time save. Same with Stu. And into Bouncy Bonanza, another stage where is the first somewhat scary stage of the run. Since the halfway barrel is just so high up, it's slower to get it, so typical runners do not really get it at all. So any mistakes you make, especially in the second half, is very detrimental. All right, DNA line up for B skip. And he gets it. Stu as well skips both Bs. Good stuff. Stu going for spooky jump and getting it. Interesting. Good stuff from Stu. Good movement. Good movement from DNA. Nice bouncy bonanza for both players. Nice stop and go from DNA. And now first instance of a super jump. Alright, DNA in there, no problem. And Stu in there, no problem. Alright, Neki, see if the RNG is kind to our runners for first game. Alright, good low spawn for second. They seem to be getting, like, basically the same RNG, which is odd. You don't usually see that. 636 coming from DNA. And 639 coming from Stu. 3 seconds difference now. He somehow saved 2 seconds over DNA, probably just due to a movement. So good stuff for Stu. Slowly catching up, slowly but surely. Though the big difference maker, Forest Frenzy, is coming up. See which runner goes for the SJR, which one opts to do super jump, and who actually lands the frame as well. Coming up just after Treetop. Very nice beginning from both players. Alright. Let's see what DNA goes for. Ooh, DNA is late on the frame. So is Stu, both late on the frame. Good attempt, though, from both, so we're still very even. No early advantage this game. DNA held it for a little bit longer. That's going to catch Stu up very, very minorly, though. They're still basically, like, in sync with each other right now. Good movement from both players, both getting both of the first two extendos of Temple. Good stuff. Ooh, misses the tire accidentally. Stu gets the full double extendo, though. That's going to save a little bit of time. Stu, again, slowly creeping up and catching back up. DNA still ahead, though. Not by much now, though. Wow. Pretty much blacked out at the same time. DNA is fractions of a second right now ahead of Stu. Less than half a second's gotta be. Ooh, first try from Stu, second try from DNA. About 1 second difference now. But still, anyone's game. We have just only begun the first game. No, they both were late on the Frenzy SJR. Good movement coming from both players. Alright, no one losing the fish. That's what you like to see. Both doing the exact same ending strat, too. Good first quick hit from Stu. Good first quick hit from DNA. $11.30 and $11.31. So yeah, they're 1 second difference of each other coming into World 4. Very well done. So far, a good run from both players. Alright, Stu opting for Joe roll, DNA not opting for Joe roll. Stu gets the 0 roll. DNA unfortunately loses Diddy. That's going to cost him some time. Shooting straight up with Donkey. Just going to increase the lead slowly by Stu, but anything can happen. Nice barrel boost coming from Stu. Good extendo. And he gets the underbarrel. DNA switches to Diddy. Also gets the nice extendo. And underbarrel as well. Alright, first try out of bounds. Getting into the barrel with Diddy. Good stuff from Stu. Ooh, I think Stu just went under the B too. Nice. Good stuff. DNA also gets first try out of bounds. Ooh, skips killing the Necky. Interesting. Interesting beginning of Ice Age from Stu. Typically, you want to keep the bird throughout this entire stage. The stage is quite difficult without the bird, trying to navigate through all the ice and then also swing on these ropes. Plus, it's a lot slower, so... Good bird from Stu. DNA having a little bit of trouble there on that tire, but manages to quickly recover. 14:05 Stu Croc entry. Very solid time for Croc entry. It's like a 14:17 from DNA. Yeah, 14:17. So 12-second difference between the two entering Croc is very well done. Very good. Not much to say in this stage. Again, this stage is 2.5 minutes long. But you can eat up a lot of time by bonking and losing your momentum. Sometimes even just taking the corner wider is better than to bump and lose your momentum. Very true. Alright, Stu making it right out of the chase now. Not bad, one full piano measure. About average. Entering torch. DNA following suit, also entering torch. About half a torch behind. Good torch coming from Stu. Who DNA not getting the zip, unfortunately. Sitting back very small amount of time though. Good stuff. Stu going for the RBR SJR. Nice torch coming from DNA. Alright, Stu gets the setup. Ooh, and is late on the frame, unfortunately. DNA has time to catch up if he hits this frame. Alright, also goes for the setup. Ooh, misses it. Oh, goes for a backup. Gets the donkey hit. Hits the SJR. Hits RBR with the backup. DNA, king of backups here. Good stuff from DNA. Oh, Stu accidentally losing Diddy at the very end of RBR. And just like that, they're both right tied up. Actually, DNA being more in the lead now because he has Diddy in front, not Donkey. So we're going to switch the audio right back to DNA now. Good stuff. Good stuff from both runners. $18.24 and oh, the high end of $18.24, just under a second of difference going into World 5. This is a really good first game. Very, very close. All right, next frame, ODA. DNA going for the damage setup while Stu goes to the damage list. DNA hits the frame. Stu gets the back. Oh, no! No! Stu goes for the backup, gets just the frame, but does not able to get the SJR out of that. So he's going to have to do it SJR-less, while DNA flying over the stage. That's going to be quite the lead for DNA now. Good movement coming from Stu, though. Alright, DNA in elevator antics. Stu out of ODA now. Good movement coming from DNA. Stu setting up for the SJR antics. He's early, unfortunately. Nice elevator skip coming from DNA, and he's out of antics. Half a stage ahead of Stu right now. That was a 20-30 exit. Entering Poison Pond. Well, we haven't hit Tut yet. This could still be a huge game changer. 21:01 coming out of Stu. So you're looking about a half a minute behind. 31 seconds right now DNA has over Stu. in terms of exit of antics. Ooh, DNA accidentally losing fish going for triple mincer clip. Had to wait a cycle because the fish was in the mincer there. Gets the final clip though, that's nice, but loses some time. That's going to be some time that Stu's going to catch up on. If he doesn't make the same mistake as well, of course. Otherwise, very nice poison pawn coming from DNA, entering MCM. See if he is going for the jump roll. Stu getting triple mincer clip. That's going to save more time. Closing the gap a little further. Alright, DNA was early. I think he did actually attempt to get the jump roll, but he was early and just hovered over and just decided to take it all the way to the end. Stu now going for MCM. Stu does get MCM, so that's going to save a good 3 to 4 seconds over DNA as well. Again, closing in that gap. Probably maybe about 20 seconds now behind, I'm going to assume. But we'll measure by MCM fade out. All right, so we got a high 22:58. DNA entering blackout basement. Now 23:19 coming from Stu. So it's a 21-second difference. Stu made up about 9 seconds from antics till now. Good extendos coming from DNA. Good first half coming from Stu. Alright, and DNA is out of blackout basement. Stu also gets the nice extendo. Just at the final stretch of the level. Stu out of blackout basement. All right, 24:41 from DNA. Very solid World 5 time. Now the game changer of a stage. $25:02 from Stu. Still a very solid time. Beautiful runs from both players right now. Great first game. Alright, let's see if DNA goes for Creme Tut. He does not go for Creme Tut. Alright, see if he gets Bird Tut. This could be huge. Ooh, unfortunately early. Alright, Stu. See if he goes for Creme Tut. He does go for Creme Tut. Oh. Little nervous. Little nervous. Doesn't even get to the edge of the platform. Ooh, but does hit Bird Tut! That's gonna definitely give him in the lead. Switch back the audio back to Stu. And with that, that deficit's completely gone now. We'll go by fade out to see the difference now between the two. Alright, so we got a 26-42 exit coming from Stu for Tut. Entering Mincers. Ooh. Ramby giving Stu a little bit of trouble. We got an 05 coming from DNA. That is a 23-second difference now between DNA and Stu now. If Stu misses Misty, but DNA hits Misty, they're going to be back completely even again. DNA not having troubles with Ramby at the first part of Mincers, so he's going to have a little bit more time catching up from Stu. Closing in that gap a little further. Ooh, DNA accidentally losing Ramby, though. Not able to Yoshi Ramby on this second pit. Alright, Stu lining up for Misty SGR. Last SGR of the run. Unless he goes for Loopy. Ooh, early with the frame. This could be DNA's chance to catch right up. DNA setting up for the frame. Ooh, accidentally killing the snake. Oh, and he's late. Unfortunate. Coming down to the wire, the last two stages. Ooh, a little risky trying to get those two snakes. I'm glad he did not lose Diddy there. Good movement coming from Stu. Making short work of the end half of Misty. Alright, Stu out of Misty. Entering Loopy. DNA not that far behind. Just finishing up Misty as well. Good movement coming from both runners. They're having a little bit of trouble on the last jump, but doesn't die, so clutches it out. DNA now entering Misty. I mean, entry Loopy. Excuse me. Stu just hit halfway. DNA just half of a Loopy away. Good tire rolls coming from Stu. Nice roll coming from DNA. DNA hitting half. Ooh, having a little trouble hitting that halfway barrel. Stu blackening out, entering perils. Last frame of the run. Let's see if he hits it. Ooh, late on the frame. DNA exiting Loopy, entering perils himself. Let's see if he gets the frame. Alright, nice extendo coming from Stu. Oh, early on the backup as well. Unfortunate for DNA. Stu out of perils. Goes for the third backup of perils. Ooh, early again. Goes for three attempts of the jump roll and unfortunately does not get it. But nice extendo come from DNA. Ooh, DNA! Ooh! Unfortunate. 31-39 coming from Stu. Low 34. Very, very nice time for our first game. They both were very close to each other throughout the duration of the entire race. Being 2 seconds entering World 5 as well. Tut being the game changer, Stu being 21 seconds behind DNA, then following Tut, DNA accidentally being late for the Tut while Stu hits Bird Tut. DNA 23 seconds behind Stu instead. It really came down to Bird Tut this race. Alright, DNA with a 32-48 banana drop, high 47, 48's easier to remember. So a low 35 coming from DNA. About a minute difference, I believe. Very, very nice run coming from both runners. Good first game, good start. Stu at the fake credits. DNA just started the K rule fight, nice crownless hit. Loving these slap slides. Slap sliding for the fans. Jabeta Nova. And GG to Stu with a 34-02. Stay tuned, folks. We still have at least one more game coming. Ooh, unfortunately there's a donkey at the end. But 35-13 coming from DNA. Very nice first game. GG to both runners. Stay tuned, folks. We got game number 2 coming right at you soon. All right, both players just setting up for the second game. No, these are not the finals. This is, I believe two sets before the semifinals. So one set before the quarterfinals. So it's just normal bracket matches still. This is the winner's bracket though, however. Thank you, Jasper. I said that in a very awkward way. I apologize. Thank you, Ruby. I appreciate it. All right, they are now ready, almost ready in the room. They have entered. The new room has started. Oh, excuse me, they are ready. So we're about to start this. This is game 2 of winner's bracket, Dna423 versus Stu _. If you are just tuning in, DNA and Stu were very close. 2-second difference going into a World 5. Very, very tight first game. DNA hit ODA. Stu hit ODA, hit the frame, but unfortunately did not get the roll. He just got the jump roll, not the super jump off of it, and couldn't recover. which made DNA get ahead by about half a minute. By the end, going into Tut, DNA was ahead by about 24 seconds. DNA did not get bird Tut though, but Stu did, so the lead completely switched, and Stu was ahead instead by about 20 seconds, which actually made him take the first game. So a very, very good first game coming from both runners. Now on to game 2. Both of them going for fast swap and gets it. Going for the double extendo. Both of them getting it. Good 1-1 coming from both again. Nice consistency. Again, not much variance is going to happen until Forest Frenzy 3-3. So the first two worlds, they're going to be quite in sync, as long as, obviously, if they don't make any mistakes. Which I don't see them doing that, but, I mean, anything could happen. Stu accidentally losing the fishing capers previously, so hopefully that does not happen again. They should be quite in sync for the majority of this. Ooh, Stu visiting Cranky, making sure that he is also enjoying the race, maybe tuning in on Twitch to check out the runners, get a little bit of that elderly advice. Meanwhile, a DNA is just getting that crawl space zip, having a nice 1-3. Stu also getting the crawl space zip, getting the extendo. DNA about 5 to 6 seconds ahead now. Man, that old man just knows how to talk. A nice fast extend coming from DNA, as well as Stu. Good stuff. Goes the right wrap around, gets the ledge boost. Both of them clipping through the croc. Good stuff. DNA does not get shark skip this time and actually kills the shark, losing a couple frames. Stu does get shark skip though. The difference though is less than probably 1/10 of a second. If at most 1/10 of a second, so literally does not matter. Oh, thank you. Sorry, nice extendo coming from DNA. In the final set of ceiling barrels. Stu also, nice extendo coming from him in the final barrel. Ooh, DNA giving the naughty a little bit of time to just hop around a bit, just to enjoy the natural habitat of bananas everywhere before he pounds him a couple times in the head. 345 banana drop from DNA. 347 banana drop from Stu. 2-second difference. Nice World 1 coming from both runners. Nice Winky extendo from DNA. Gets the bird. Nice Winky extendo from Stu. Also gets the bird. Nice roll through the DK barrel. Same with Stu. I highly doubt Cranky is the deciding factor, but that would be very amusing if it was. Bouncing Bonanza, round 2. It would be a factor if by the end they are about 4-second difference, 4 to 5 second difference. If it's going in DNA's favor, then you could say that visiting Cranky is what cost Stu the game. But that would be interesting. Nice 1-3 coming from DNA and Stu. Less than a second difference right now between the two players. DNA, though, still ahead. But good movement coming from both runners. All right, super jump time. There's like about a half a second difference now. Pretty much in sync. High 639, low 640 from Stu. High 639 from DNA. I'd say probably roughly about a half a second of difference, but it's really hard to tell right now. Either way, really good stuff right now from both. Now the first frame coming up though, so this could be the first difference maker. In the first game, they both were late on the frame. So we'll see what happens on this game number 2. Ooh, DNA actually losing Diddy, no! Unfortunately, Hassan taking that death so he could take the warp barrel. Already, Stu in the lead. Switching audio. That's unfortunate. Alright, Stu lining up now for the frame. Ooh, just opts to do the super jump. Doesn't even do the wiggle for the attempt of the SJR. DNA may get the SJR and close in the gap. Ooh, oh, late again. That's unfortunate. DNA, though, did do the wiggle, while Stu did not. So Stu actually made up time for doing the super jump without attempting the SJR. Ooh, he let go super early, though. Alright, nice extendos coming from Stu. Gets the rope skip as well, good stuff. TNA following suit. Also gets the rope skip and good extendos coming from him. Stu again gets the full double extendo. Good stuff. Alright, DNA now attempting it. Ooh, he did get the tire. Could have got the full double extendo, but opted out and jumped out of it early. All right, Stu going for map warp. DNA just blacking out of temple now, going for map warp himself. Second try coming from Stu. Second try again coming from DNA. Good consistency though. You want map warp between the first two tries. Good movement coming from Stu. DNA not that far behind at all. Less than half a stage away of difference. We'll find out on the exit to the boss exactly how far they are. Alright, good first quick hit coming from Stu. Good first quick hit coming from DNA. Ooh, Stu accidentally missing that last hit. That's going to cost a little bit of time. 11:33 banana drop, though, coming from Stu. Still a good pace. Ooh, DNA accidentally losing Diddy. Oh, it takes a death. Losing Donkey, trying to jump up and hit him with the barrel. Ooh, that's a big time loss. That's unfortunate. Stu does not get the Joe roll. Again gets the Zero roll, though. Good stuff. DNA opting to do now Donkey for the B. Stu, nice barrel boost. Nice extendo coming from Stu. And gets under barrel again. 12:28 coming from DNA. High end. Probably around 12:29. Closer to 12:29. I think it's about a 50-second difference now between the two. If I remember correctly, it was like 11:33 or so. So 29:33, 4, 56. Probably about 56 seconds. Does not go for Joe roll. Ooh, opts out of Zero roll. Does not lose Diddy this time, so that's good. First try out of bounds coming out of Stu for slip slide. Good stuff. Again goes under the B and gets it. Good stuff from Stu. Good movement. DNA, nice barrel boost and snow barrel. Setting up for the extendo. Next extendo coming from DNA. And gets under barrel again. Good stuff. Saving that half a second. Stu on Ice Age. Trying to keep the bird all throughout the entire stage. DNA blacking into slip slide. About a stage and a half difference, excuse me, between the two. Ooh, second try out of bounds, slip slide. For DNA, excuse me. Ooh, losing Diddy, unfortunately. On a B, kind of slid down a little more. Little donkey ropes coming from the end of slip slide. Hopefully he doesn't hit the B. Okay, good. Good stuff. 14:10 Stu Croc entrance. Very nice time coming from entering Crocopus Chase. Alright, losing a little bit of time just to grab Diddy back, but not too bad. Didn't die. Good stuff. Entering Ice Age now. Hopefully he keeps the bird throughout the entire way. Good movement coming from DNA. Alright, he makes it out, no problem. Good stuff. 15:10 it looks like. 15:11, excuse me. So a minute and 1 second. Minute and 1 second difference between the two runners. Again, for those tuning in, this stage is 2.5 minutes long. Just under 2.5 minutes long. It's as long as K Rool is, which is roughly 2 minutes and 23 seconds optimally. 2 minutes 25, 26-ish on average. So not much is going on. You want to cut the corners as much as you can, as this stage can eat up a lot of your time, but not much is going on right now. Just enjoy the background music, sipping on that beer. Alright, Stu blacking out a Croctopus chase, entering Torch. Alright, gets the crawl space zip, good stuff. Good movement coming from Stu. Good torch coming from Stu. Alright, going for the setup for RBR. Alright, nice setup. Gets the donkey hit. Ooh, hits RBR. Good stuff from Stu. Alright, DNA just coming out of Croctopus chase now. Blacking into Torch. Alright, Stu blacking out of RBR, entering Really Naughty. Nice crawl space zip coming from DNA. Ooh, losing Diddy accidentally. That's unfortunate. Donkey Torch is very menacing with all these mincers around. 1804, high end of 1804, 1805-ish. World 4 exit coming from Stu. DNA entering RBR now. Stu entering ODA. Both going for the frame of their respective stages. Ooh, no, DNA not going for the stage because he lost Donkey. So he is doing it, not going for the frame. Stu lining up for damageless ODA. Again, gets the frame, but does not get the SJR. Tries to recover, but does not do it, unfortunately. So both players didn't... DNA could not go for the SJR, and Stu unfortunately could not get it. So having to do ODA without the frame. Nice extendo coming from Stu. Nice back boost coming from DNA at the end of RBR. Good stuff. Nice movement. DNA entering Really Naughty. Nice optimal ending coming from Stu for ODA. Blacking out, entering Trick Track Trek. Alright, DNA with a 1928. That's about a minute and 26 seconds difference between the two runners right now. Stu entering Antics. Sets up for the Antics SJR. DNA setting up for the ODA SJR. Ooh, DNA was early. Stu was late, unfortunately. No SGRs happening right now. Stu! Oh, taking a death from the snake. Landing a little bit early. That's going to give DNA a little bit of time to catch up now. Stu grabbing Donkey. Not going for the roll underneath the ropes. All right, DNA also going for the optimal ODA ending. Nice job going from DNA. Blacking a trick track trek. DNA entering antics. Nice elevator skip coming from Stu. Stu blacking out of antics. Entering Poison Pond. Good movement coming from DNA. Good movement also coming from Stu. Keeping the fish for the first half. DNA setting up for elevator skip at the end of antics. Ooh, Stu messing up triple mincer clip. Having to wait a cycle to get the fish right back. Guess the last clip though. Nice elevator skip coming from DNA, entering Poison Pond. He is making up some time with Stu with all these minor mistakes Stu is making. Ooh, losing the fish at the end of Poison Pond as well. Kind of rough Poison Pond coming from Stu. Stu setting up for MCM. See if he gets it again. Nice first half coming from DNA, not losing fish. Ooh, early up for the frame attempt this time. Rolling in the air through the entire first half again. This time. DNA getting the triple mincer clip as well. That's going to save a little gap. Ooh, losing the fish though. Does recover though. Ooh, no, he doesn't. Oh. Ooh, that's unfortunate. That might just even out the time from Stu's minor mistakes as well in Poison Pond. Stu just finishing up MCM. DNA entering MCM, going for his attempt for the jump roll. Ooh, also early. Looked like both times he was trying to go for the attempt. He was really close to the bird when he... That's unfortunate. Again, rolling through the first part of the stage. Stu into Blackout Basement now. Alright, nice extendos coming from Stu. Alright, Stu blacking out a Blackout Basement. Entering Boss Dumb Drum. DNA now blacking out a MCM. Entering Blackout Basement. Nice extendo coming from DNA. accidentally taking the death, and he does not. He's gonna have to go right back at the beginning of Blackout Basement. I don't think Tut can save it this time. 25-14 exit coming from Stu. Nice exit time. Ooh, opts to grab Donkey. I don't know if that was accident or on purpose, but does not hurt whatsoever. See if Stu again tries for Kremtut. Alright, DNA finally getting out of Blackout Basement, entering Boss Dum Drum. Stu, let's see if he sets up for Kremtut. Looks like he is. Ooh, he actually does hit the frame, but does not do the wiggle correctly and takes a death. That's quite a major death too, actually. So that's gonna really bring DNA back in. Not fully yet. He still has quite the lead, but that's still a lot of time Stu lost. I don't see him trying to go for Kremtut again, but I mean, we'll see. About to find out. DNA losing Donkey at the end, but clutches it out with Diddy. 26-47. Exit time coming from DNA World 5. Does not attempt Kremtut again. Alright, sets up for Bird Tut. Early for Bird Tut, does not get it. If DNA gets it, this could be the race. This could be the recovery that DNA needs. Alright, DNA approaching Kremtut. Let's see if he goes for it this time. Alright, does not attempt Kremtut. Goes for Bird Tut. Ooh, and unfortunately he is early. Both players early on the Bird Tut. And late on the consolation prize. Kudos for him for going for it, though. Alright, Stu making his way out of tanked up trouble now. Entering Mincers from Stu. I'll measure the blackout of Mincers from Stu and then wait for DNA's blackout of Mincers to get an idea of difference. Pre-Misty. DNA coming out the end of Tut now. Alright, 29-16 exiting Mincers from Stu. Stu going for the final SJR. Ooh, Stu late on Misty. It's not going to fully catch up DNA, but if DNA hits Misty, that's definitely going to close in that gap. DNA does definitely need Misty. Oh, interesting. He opts to Yoshi Rambi on the first pit, not the second. Interesting choice, DNA. All right, DNA's turn to go for Misty. Certainly. So SJR stands for Super Jump Roll, and Super Jump Roll is a combination of the Super Jump and a Jump Roll. DNA late for the SJR. A Super Jump is when your Kong, when he takes damage and he gets stuck on some sort of wall, he will vertically climb upwards. When you re-get that Kong, as long as you do not jump, but you land on an enemy instead holding the jump button, you extend infinitely upwards for as long as you hold the jump button. DNA unfortunately taking the death at Misty, going back in Mincers to grab the DK barrel to attempt Misty again. Jump roll is when you land on the enemy, roll on the same frame, and you roll infinitely horizontally. You lose pixels very slowly over time. When you combine the two, you get a super jump roll, which is a super jump but in rolling speed. So it is very quick and is the fastest form of movement. DNA accidentally getting late for the SJR attempt and takes the death, going for the third time. I admire the persistence to get this frame. Entering Misty for the third time for this SJR. Stu blacking out a loopy, entering perils. And he gets it! He only gets a one enemy SJR though, but I mean, he got the SJR. You gotta admire his persistence. Good stuff from DNA though. I wonder if he knows where to let go. I hope he does. Stu lining up. Ooh, Stu hitting perils, the final jump roll. Flam Jam, that is a jump roll. You lose pixels of height, but it's like a super jump, but horizontally, not vertically. And you don't need to hold a button for it. You phase through all enemies except for a bee. DNA held it for way too long. Did not know where to let go, which makes perfect sense. It's not every day you hit a one snake SJR, but kudos to DNA. Good stuff for getting it. Stu blacked out of perils, entering Necky's revenge. DNA making his way through loopy lights. $33.01 from Stu. That's a mid 35 coming from Stu. 35.24, I believe. Nice movement coming from DNA for Loopy. DNA blacking out of Loopy. Entering perils. Opts to grab Donkey. I'm not sure if that was accidental or not, but never hurts. Nice back boost coming from DNA. Ooh, early on the frame. Goes for the backup. Ooh, early on the backup. Goes for the third backup. Gets the third backup. DNA just good with these 3 times. 3 times for Misty, then 3 times for Perils. Good stuff from DNA. Backups for your backups for days. DNA blacking out of perils, entering Necky's revenge. Beautiful set from both runners. Great skill. Make sure to follow the runners if you have not. 35-12 coming from DNA. Mid 36. Solid time. 35-24 coming from Stu.
Hello?
Yo, what's up, Stu? GG, man.
Thank you. Oh, man.
That second one was pretty rough for both of you.
Yeah, not my best showing, that's for sure. I went for the creme. Got the frame and then wiggled to death.
Yes, yes. When I was anticipating, I was thinking, oh, let's see if he actually goes for it again, though, even with the death.
No. Once was enough. I was like, okay, we're not gonna. Clearly, it wasn't meant to be for frames, man. It was not.
You were quite ahead, though, and DNA, actually, he took some unfortunate deaths in Misty, but every time he died in Misty, he wasn't at the halfway yet, so he went back in Mincers, grabbed the DK rail to attempt it. And he got Misty third try. He actually got it, but he missed the second snake. He got first snake, and he didn't know where to let go. So at the end, he was just you just stare at the exit side for a little bit. And then Perils, he gets early first one, goes for the backup, misses it, and then goes for the donkey backup just before half and gets it again, third try. So
well, Dna is the king of the backups. So.
Yeah, he's king of backups, man.
Very cool.
That was exciting. But good stuff from both of you. Both games, you two were quite close to each other, like throughout the duration. First game, like going into World 5 was a 2-second difference. So like that just goes to show like both of you have like even amount of skill. Like it was so good. Such a good set. Any thoughts on the runs that you did?
Let's see. First run, I was actually pretty happy with it play-wise. Obviously, I made two mistakes. I lost the fish due to a bad lunge in Coral Capers, and then I lost the Rhino in Manic Mincers. Other than that, I pretty much executed everything. Got like under the B, got the new extendo in Elevator Antics, draw roll, zero roll. Pretty much everything felt really, really nice. It just was a shame that I didn't hit really many frames. I hit Tut and technically MCM, but that was race 1. Race 2, I don't even know what I was thinking. I'll pretend that I went to visit Cranky for the fans, but he gave me a hot tip on the race and it looked like it paid off. So
they were saying that it would be funny if you guys were like 4-second difference or something, and like in DNA's favor, right? And everyone's be like, "Oh, if Stu didn't visit Cranky, he would have took the game." Like, what are the odds, man? That'd be awesome.
Second game was a little bit more rough, and both times in ODA I got the frame, but I had to do the backup SGR both times, so I got the jump roll to start. Couldn't fix it though, because both times, unfortunately, which is very rare, I panned the camera too far right, so the second creme spawned. So the whole point of trying to like min jump over the oil drum and turn back left ASAP is so the second guy doesn't spawn, so that if you do get the jump roll, you can back it up into the SJR pretty nicely. But yeah, both times I failed to get the camera right, so even though I got the frame, I couldn't salvage it, unfortunately.
The good job hitting the frame, though. Like, that's consistency. That's what you want. Yeah. So at least you hit the frame. You got the hard part. So.
Yeah. It was fun, though. I was really looking forward to this match. The second one might have been a little bit awkward, but at least the first one was really, really nice race to watch, apparently. So I'm happy for that one.
Speaking about matches, though, you got Fathlo coming up. How do you feel about that?
Oh, easy peasy, dude. World record holder, world record holder. Let's go. I actually predicted myself to lose to Fathlo in the next match, but I have myself going through the losers bracket to re-beat him in the finals. But I'll take a win in the winners bracket, so like I wouldn't mind. I think it's going to be a really nice match. Obviously, he's world record holder, very, very consistent, but I don't feel too bad about my chances. I feel like I'm also pretty consistent, so should be a good one.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that set. Should be really good, really exciting. Well, GG on the win. Great job on the set. That was a wonderful set, exciting to watch. For those in the chat, the next one I believe is on Monday at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So stay tuned for that. And I hope you enjoyed the run. That is it for us.
Yeah, GG once again to Dna. That was a fun match, and thanks again to Blue for commentating and Speed Gaming for helping us put all this on for you guys. They've done a wonderful job, so shouts to everyone. Yeah,
absolutely. GG Dna. He did so well. He definitely held his own. Just unfortunate little luck there, but that's all right. The name of the game, I guess. All right, rolling out.